Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now, today's video, something a little bit different. I decided to, do something different in this video. I was going through some of my files in my laptop, and I was, deleting some excess files and junk and all that stuff from my laptop. And then I had noticed that there was this PowerPoint that I did while I was back when I was in college. It wasn't actually my PowerPoint, it was actually a friend's PowerPoint. I needed something to talk about, need something to talk about in regards to making a PowerPoint. And my friend gave me this PowerPoint and I had, did this little presentation for my class, things like that. So I thought this would be like an interesting topic to talk about in this video, artificial intelligence. We all know that artificial intelligence has taken over. It's going to keep growing and growing and growing as time goes on. We're experiencing all types of artificial intelligence now. So I think this will be a good time to talk about it. So I believe that artificial intelligence can be, a good thing. It can also be a bad thing. There are pros and cons to artificial intelligence, right? So we are able to utilize artificial intelligence to our advantage. We're able to use it to, prioritize ourselves, work at an efficient rate, work at a faster rate. But then we got, certain people in this world who are pushing certain agendas. There are good agendas and there are bad agendas. And the people who are for the bad agendas, they try to, use artificial intelligence to, do negative things, things that hinder us, that hurt us, destroy us. That we have experienced some, certain types of artificial intelligence where, people try to use it to decline the conscious growth of human beings. And that's why you always see people who rely so much on artificial intelligence and technology and social media that they rely on it so much so that and they can't think for themselves. They can't think for self. They have to rely on technology so much. So that's why we have to be able to have a balance between artificial intelligence and natural intelligence because we all have natural intelligence and we just have to have that idea, have that in the back of our mind to be able to use artificial intelligence to our advantage while utilizing our natural intelligence that God has given us, our natural born natural intelligence. Right. So I'm just gonna be going through this PowerPoint real quick. It's about artificial intelligence. So this is the Google definition for artificial intelligence: the theory and development of computer systems able to perform tasks that normally require human intelligence, such as visual perception, speech recognition, decision making, and translation between languages. So that's the Google definition for artificial intelligence. Then the paraphrase version of it is the concept of technology being able to perform human-like tasks, basically. So basically, this is, my definition or my friend's definition that he provided in this PowerPoint. So we got artificial. So artificial is basically made or produced by human beings rather than occurring naturally, especially as a copy of something natural. So we have artificial and then we have natural, like artificial sugar, and then there's natural sugar, right? Artificial is man-made, natural is, nature-made, God-made. Then we have intelligence, the ability to acquire and apply knowledge and skills. So artificial intelligence, when you put the two words together, is the concept of something made or produced by human beings that can acquire and apply knowledge and skills. So here we have some examples of artificial intelligence. Got the Amazon drone. Now, I didn't even know Amazon drones existed. I knew drones existed, but not Amazon drones. But I guess you learn something new every day. I never seen one in person. So, Amazon drone performs human-like tasks of delivering packages. Now, of course, we got Siri. Me personally, I never used Siri. I don't even remember the last time I used Siri. I just don't, use Siri as much. But Siri performs human-like tasks with speech recognition, setting appointments, and etc. A whole bunch of other different things. Then we got the sex robots. I already knew sex robots existed. Performs human-like tasks of comforting, warming, human-like interaction in sex, relieving nerves, pleasing, etc. Now, it's gonna be a point in time where, because I've been hearing a lot about, virtual reality there, where, men are able to have, sex with women in a virtual reality. So I mean, if this ain't the devil's work, I don't know what is. It's, separating us farther and farther apart. You're able to have, sex with robots. You're able to have sex in a virtual reality. We slowly starting to live in a virtual reality. As time goes on, we slowly creeping into that virtual reality to where we're going to be able to have sex in a virtual reality. We living in some crazy times right now. That's what comes with artificial intelligence. So we got the sex robots too, and then we already know about the electric cars, Tesla self-driving cars. We gas cars are over with. We're gonna be starting driving electric cars now, especially in the future. But when time goes on, probably around like starting like 2050, probably all of us gonna be starting driving electric cars and things like that. So yeah, artificial intelligence in the business world. So before artificial intelligence, car manufacturers like Ford had 10,000s to 100,000s of people on these assembly lines daily. Every job was done by human hands, including the unsafe jobs. Now, back in the past, people were working on assembly lines, and it was, the AI didn't even exist back then, so it was all, human work, human interaction, human labor and things like that. Now we look at today, there are still tens of thousands of people on these assembly lines today. The harder tasks are being helped get done with machines. So I believe it's always important to, utilize AI to get stuff done in a more efficient way. Right? We can't be too reliant on AI to where we have to let AI think for ourselves. We should be able to utilize AI and use technology and social media to our advantage, while also relying on our natural intelligence, like I mentioned earlier. So this is basically like an accounting example. Before artificial intelligence, single entry accounting systems were created, recording each transaction the date it occurred. So you see how we got a accounting table where you have the items. You buy a sack of rice, minus $48. Sold three chickens, bought a chest of storage. So you see, we have an accounting table. We're able to record our transactions and things like that before artificial intelligence. You see how people back in the day, they had like checkbooks where they record their transactions manually. Double entry bookkeeping, more complex and accurate measures of gains and losses. And then we have debit and credit. You buy a sack of rice. You gain a debit of $48 and you lose $48 in cash credit. Sold three chickens, gained $48 in cash debit, lose $48 in chickens, et cetera, et cetera. Bringing in artificial intelligence, you always see the grocery store scanners, right? You're going into Walmart, Target, all these other different stores. You always see these grocery store scanners. Back in the day before all this, people were taking your orders, scanning your items for you. You go to these lines and you put your items on that little machine and they scan the items for you. Now we have grocery store scanners. Of course, transactions instantly compared to writing them. Car manufacturer car manufacturers, machines do most of the hard work while humans perform constant maintenance over the process. So now we got the pros of artificial intelligence. All right. Helps efficiency and productivity of businesses, fewer errors overall for more complicated calculations and solutions, can work in unsafe conditions, saves time, money from paying long-term employees and hassle dealing with other people. Anybody can learn to work with it. GDP growth, gross domestic product growth, and potential. So there are many, pros and cons to artificial intelligence. We're able to utilize them to our advantage. We're able to use them to make our jobs easier, to work in a more efficient and productive way, and things like that. Then we got the cons of artificial intelligence, the negative aspect of artificial intelligence. Can't do everything a human can do, critically think. AI, robots that can't critically think like humans do, doesn't have values unless we create what it prioritizes. So only it comes, the artificial intelligence mainly stems from natural intelligence. We're able to uh, put forth our natural intelligence inside the AI. All right, we're the ones who create AI. Lack of creativity, the AI doesn't have any type of creativity at all. Doesn't understand complexity of human emotion. AI doesn't have emotions. They don't go through emotions like humans do. Job loss. That's why you always see, especially when the pandemic started, right? People realize that they can work from home. They enjoy working at home more than they do going out to their job. You know, they I believe that the pandemic was an opportunity for us to learn and to think and think about life. We can start our own business. We can do our own thing. We don't have to be working slaving this 9 to 5 job for the rest of our lives, especially as chosen people, as chosen ones, God's chosen ones. We can't be working a 9 to 5 job for the rest of our life. So we were able to use that time to think of a plan and to strategize, come up with our own business, come up with our own platform, and things like that. It's expensive. AI can be very expensive. No way to predict how much an AI could possibly learn and the potential. All right, so there's pros and cons to artificial intelligence. Like I said earlier, there are many agendas being pushed out to where artificial intelligence is slowly, declining the growth of human intelligence. Right, so that's why we have to, inform people about the agendas, the negative agendas being pushed out when it comes to artificial intelligence, when it comes to AI technology, social media and things like that. So technology is, of course, a double-edged sword. Like fire can cook our food, it can also burn us. So basically, technology can be very great for us. It can provide a lot of things. It can do a lot of positive things for us. We're technology, social media is very powerful. We're able to, use social media and technology to do many great things, especially when we're working towards our purpose in life. But there could also be negative, aspects towards it. Like I said earlier, it could, rely on technology so much, we're not able to, utilize our natural intelligence that God has given us. We rely so much on artificial intelligence that it slows down our consciousness, or it's slowing down the human consciousness level, right? So we always have to utilize that almighty intelligence. Almighty intelligence is God intelligence, that intelligence, that knowledge, that wisdom that God has given us. So always seek God and always ask God for knowledge and wisdom, because that's the ultimate knowledge, that's the ultimate wisdom, that's the ultimate intelligence, is the almighty intelligence. All right. So always remember that. And that's basically the end of the PowerPoint. I just wanted to share that with you guys about artificial intelligence. If you, hope you learned something from this. Technology is only going to increase more and more and more as time goes on. So, there are many, pros and cons to artificial intelligence. So, be able to utilize artificial intelligence in a positive way, utilize it to, help grow your platform, help develop yourself, help other people, whatever you're doing in life. Just always be able to utilize artificial intelligence in a good way and don't let it use you. All right. Use social media to your advantage. Don't let social media use you to its advantage. Always remember that. All right. So, till next time. And always remember, all power resides from within. And always keep the faith, because God in the universe is always working for you. Take care, guys. God bless.